Okay, you should all be able to see my screen right now. Okay, you should all be able to see my screen right now. We're going to get into it. A couple of stocks that I'm looking that are on my watch list right now for some plays. Microsoft longs, we closed above this consolidation here yesterday. So I really do like the longs to the high side on this. So we're going to carry on watching it. I know it has been a shorter week with the bank holiday on Monday. We are sitting at the daily support level on the obviously the higher time frames, right? So that's something that is on the watch list right now that I am looking at in terms of my stock plays, as well as Tesla. Tesla also clearing above a little bit of a consolidation zone and getting above this 5-day SMA as well. And again, trading above previous days highs, which you guys know with edgeful's reports. If you go to Tesla, okay, and we trade above previous days highs. Let's just go last 6 months. Let's go last year. Okay, this is one of my favorite reports. I know we've gone over like the ultimate bullish setup, everything like that with Andre. We actually had him on our live streaming platform yesterday, and he covered that again. And I'm sure he was here yesterday, might have gone over it. But let's just go to that previous day's range report, as you can see. And we can actually see 66% of the time compared to 75% of the time in the last year. But let's just go by weekday. Okay, and we can see Thursday's 62, so not a great one, but then to the downside 82. But something that does play out quite nicely is these certain days is that previous day's range report with it, as well as coupled with that opening candle continuation. Okay, so let's look at Tesla like that. So I'm not in anything at the moment. So we'll take it from there. That's that first hour. So coupled with this first hour. So the opening candle continuation, that first hour trading from 9:30 to 10:30, what actually happens in that first hour can give you a great bias for the rest of the day. You can see Mondays for that first hour is bullish. 73% of the time we close green on the day. Now, just something to actually note from that, there is an indicator now. And if you don't have the indicators, you can come here to the main dashboard on the right hand side here, trading view indicator access, and you can actually get the access from each and every single indicator that they have right to your trading view charts. I know some guys use Ninja Trader, and that's cool, but if you use trading view, that's where you can get the indicators. And now they actually have that opening candle continuation indicator. So let's just get that up. Opening candle continuation indicator, and it actually can give us what the first hour was. You can actually see yesterday was a bullish first hour, and we still closed the day green, but we could have maybe caught some longs in there. I'm looking at this for more of a longer term play. So we will see how we do react here at this level. So those are my two stock plays that I am interested in right now: Microsoft longs as well as Tesla longs as well. Let's go through to a few other tickers, the S&P, so ES. We are currently sitting near all-time highs. If you look at the daily chart as well, we are currently sitting near all-time highs. But we could be looking to move up on that gap fill, right? The overnight gap fill price. We got that gap fill price over here. We could be looking to trade towards it. Right now, that gap fill is actually, let's put the indicator on, and we can actually see that gap fill is actually sitting this. I'm using the CFD pricing. But that gap fill is currently to price right now is currently sitting at negative 0.14%. If we go here to that gap fill on ES, okay, and let's go to the gap fill report. Okay, and let's go by size. Remember the sub reports on the side section here. We can actually see when it's between this level, we actually get the gap down filled quite often in the last 6 months. 88% of the time when it is between negative 0 and 0.19%. That could be quite a nice target to actually trade towards. Okay, so that's the first things first with the US markets. I do prefer the longs. I don't really like anything right now besides that, but we are currently sitting above the weekly VWAP as well as the 5 SMA on the daily chart. So that's giving me some context over there. Could we get the move lower? Yes, of course. We're going to have to keep our eyes peeled to make adjustments. I'll see a few guys in here that it's not in here anymore. That used to trade the DAX. The DAX obviously had quite a big sell-off yesterday. Literally like over 2% from the high of day. So that was obviously an interesting, a very big sell-off there, obviously after many, many days to the high side. So that was maybe kind of expected, not expected, were needed, should I say. Okay, again, a little bit of a mixed bag, similar to yesterday, across the board on Mag 7, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Microsoft all up. So that's good for the perspective of buying Microsoft and Tesla, with those being up pre-market. But the rest kind of all flat or down at the moment. So not really looking too hot there in that regards. Anyone have any tickers that they would like me to cover? Let's go up over the NASDAQ. I know a lot of traders love trading the NASDAQ over here, so we can maybe go over that. NASDAQ, a little bit more conflict of bias over here. And this is something where I might use that first hour's opening candle continuation report from edgeful to basically give me a bias for the day, because right now we're sitting underneath weekly VWAP, which is this blue one here, but we are sitting at that daily 5 SMA close yesterday. So a little bit of a conflicting bias right now, and maybe something that I just I sit on my hands as we speak at the minute. Anyone got any thoughts or anything like that would like me to cover on anyone got any bias right now? Okay, no thoughts right now in terms of that. Okay, that's all good. Just wanted to make sure that we don't skip ahead there. Okay, cool. So we did have, just on terms of the currency side of things as well, we did have some big moves on the yen crosses to the downside overnight. Unfortunately, I did have a little piece of EJ. I closed out most of it before actually getting that run off to the downside. Interesting, something, just another report that I like to use, as mentioned, is pretty simple, is that opening week range report. And I have actually asked for an indicator as well. But from Monday into Tuesday, we set the high and low for the week. Okay, like this. There's the high for Monday and Tuesday on EJ. And we took out the low side of here. So that what got me short. We took out previous day's lows and took out the opening week range lows as well. And that got me interested. I actually ended up selling here for about 30, 40 points worth of profit. And then we obviously tank overnight and had a small piece on, but nothing to get to blow my hair back. So it's was not, obviously that's all not nice when you should have maybe stayed in. But let's actually bring up that report over here. So let's just go to EJ. It doesn't matter what particularly you're actually trading. It's some of them obviously will have different percentage wise, but in terms of EJ, let's go to that opening week range report. Okay. And let's go to the last 6 months and let's go to the daily. Make sure that everything's set to what you would like it. We can actually see if we break out. So what this measures is the high from Monday and Tuesday set. If we break the one side, how often do we break the other side? Similar to that initial balance, right? Anyone here familiar with that initial balance report? But essentially what this basically tells us is once we took out the lows, we only had a 22% chance of basically coming back to retest those highs. So, you could look at it like a stop, like a trade like that with a stop at the highs there. That would be a bit excessive, but, kind of like that. So, just knowing that we're probably not going to come back up and break the side. Yeah, only 22% of the time. That's kind of how I use this report. And I really, really do enjoy it. But from those entries yesterday, we would be floating very, very nice in profit. Fortunately, it was not to be with my full size. And something that I do need to get better at. Anyone here have any other things that they would like me to cover, or anything that they, as mentioned, anything that you guys are watching as well? What made you cover the EJ? Yeah, what made me cover the EJ was just that I was up close to 1 hour. So I was like, you know what, let me just cover that, a good piece of that. And Yeah, that's basically was kind of it actually. I was like, you know what? We I'm up almost 1 hour. Let me cover that. I don't wanna really hold it overnight if I'm ready and let it retrace on me. So kind of covered it and maybe should have left a bigger piece on. Yeah. How can you manage so many assets? I'd use my watch to gold or SPX only. Nice. Yeah, I can manage a little bit more. I think I have spoken about it on over here as well. But yeah, I'm not really trading the lower time frames anymore. So because I can look at the indexes, world indexes, including the DAX, I can look at US indexes, US stocks, and currency pairs, and a little bit of Bitcoin as well. I'm not really, I'm not really uh, how can I say? I'm not really needing to be on those lower time frames. That allows me to manage a little bit more of. I can just watch a little bit more, right? So it's quite as simple as that. So yeah, that is how I am able to manage a little bit more on my watch list, and I actually am enjoying it for sure. So yeah, it depends. If you're scalping on the lower time frame, it's very difficult to watch many assets at once, for sure. For me, I've kind of like slowed things down. So yes, a little bit easier to do so, right? Let's see what gold's doing. Gold's actually taken our previous day's highs. We're looking to go back towards actually. We're looking to move back towards all-time highs as well. We actually are currently sitting at all-time highs. So gold continuing to surge, which is obviously great if you are a trend trader and looking to take those trends. Let's look at gold again on that previous day's highs. We've taken out the previous day's high over here, that white dotted line. Let's go through to my report section again with XAU USD. Let's go to that previous day's range report. Okay. And you can actually see on this that let's go like this daily. Okay, in the last 6 months, if you take out the high 76% of the time, um, 76% of the time we actually take out the highs, we close bullish. Then what's your A plus setup in the 50-minute time frame? So when we've taken our previous day's highs, okay, so A plus setup on the 50-minute time frame, we've taken our previous day's highs. We possibly have, if I'm trading a stock or an index, that first hour's candle, so that opening candle continuation in my favor, as well as trading in line with that daily and weekly VWAP. For me, those are the two reports that I like to use: the opening candle continuation and the previous day's range report. So taking out previous day's highs in line with my market structure and my high time frame bias. And I'm looking for my entries. It's pretty simple. I don't like to overcomplicate the stuff that I do when I trade. So this would be quite nice on gold. Yesterday, we also took out the highs. We just are trading at all-time highs. You have to be wary of that on the largest perspective. But again, that's why I took EJ yesterday, and that was pretty simple, is that we were trading in line with that, my VWAPs, right? Took out previous day's lows, market structure bearish, and I'm looking to ride that trend down. Hope that makes sense. I think if you're looking at so many different reports with edgeful, it can kind of get a little bit overwhelming at times. Good questions. Good questions. Okay, so we've kind of gone through a whole bunch here. The Dow is actually looking pretty weak at the moment compared to the Nasdaq and S&P. So wouldn't be looking for too much over here at the moment. Anyone else got anything that they want me to cover? I don't scalp anymore, brother. Yeah, I don't scalp anymore. I'm only trading the 15-minute time frame on those assets that I'm looking at. I've just don't have the mental capacity to be scalping anymore. My side. I've been making quite a few videos on this transition on my YouTube channel, so you can go give that a watch. Okay, so you can go check my YouTube channel out over here. I'll be making a few videos on these. So there is my YouTube channel over here. Okay, there you go. And everything you need to know as well. Discount codes for TradeZilla, all that good stuff is all there to help as well. Okay, so let's just go over. That's the best thing we were doing, as I said, I scalp less and took much entry on. That's the best thing you were doing, as you said. I'd said I scalp less and took much entry on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I just don't have the mental capacity. I've just become a dad, and I just don't have the mental capacity to be looking at lower time frames all day, every single day. It can get very, very overwhelming, and honestly, I just don't want to do it anymore. So, yeah, slowing things down, but still looking at that previous day's range report, opening candle continuation report. And there are a few others. Let me give you the list of reports that I actually enjoy using with edgeful. Okay. Let's go like this. Let's find it. I have made a list here that guys always ask me which reports I have a look at. Well, obviously it depends on how you trade, but yeah, my favorite reports with edgeful, let's get them up. Previous day's range report. Okay. Opening candle continuation report. We've gone over that one. Opening week range report. Asian range breakout, market session correlation, and the initial balance report. Let me put them in the chat. Go have a look at them. And if you're not familiar with those, okay, the blue VWAP is the weekly VWAP, not the all-time high. Yes, it's the weekly VWAP. So start of week VWAP. So from start of Monday, you can see we start the week VWAP starts from Monday. Those are my favorite reports with edgeful. And again, make sure that you guys actually go down and watch the explanation videos. Andre's obviously put in the time and effort yet to go make these videos. So go give them a watch. You can, again, get the edgeful trading view indicators over here. Okay, as always. The Discord, of course, we always in here Wednesday through to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Always, okay. For our pre-market prep. Cool. So again, main focus today, going to be watching Tesla longs, Microsoft longs as well. And then we will need to be seeing how can I stay in those positions like EJ shorts better, because I simply just need to be better at those. So yeah, we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I appreciate you guys being on with me. I'm not going to drag it out too long. But yeah, every single Wednesday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern time, I'm here in the Discord. So yeah, appreciate you guys' time. And looks like we might have had some news come in right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just bring up the news quickly. Thursday, 3:30 USD unemployment claims. Yep, we had news just come out at the moment. So we'll see what the rest of the week brings Thursday into Friday. Appreciate you guys' time as always. And I'll see you guys then tomorrow. I'll be in the Discord the rest of the day, of course. Yeah, just have a good day. Trade your best setups and keep it simple. That's what I'll leave you guys with. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.